What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and I hope you guys enjoy this video today. Today's video is going to be a pretty short one but very informative, so if you guys are excited, go ahead and comment down below. Don't forget to like this video and also follow me, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to support me. But let's go ahead and talk about the 4 pillars on starting your ATM business. Now, as you guys know, it is a very simple business model, but you still need to do a couple things to get started with this business, such as setting up your company and a lot more. So let's go ahead and go over step number 1 on setting up your ATM business. Now, number 1, guys, you have to be able to set up a company. You need to form your LLC, DBA, S corporation, whatever you want to do, but I would suggest you do your due diligence and see which entity fits you best and your current situation. It's always recommended to start off with an LLC. So once you form your LLC or you form your company, you're pretty much ready to start your business. So the purpose of an LLC and forming a company in general is because whenever you form a company, it is going to protect you and your personal assets. For example, if, let's say, God forbid, someone trips over your ATM and now they want to go ahead and sue you, well, they can actually only sue your ATM business. They cannot go after you and your personal assets, your home, your car, or any of your personal like jewelry or whatever you have under your name, right? So that is one of the reasons why you need an LLC, which is a limited liability company. Number 2, you want to have an LLC in place because whenever you work with a bank, they want to make sure that they're working with a legitimate business. They do not want you to try to open up a bank account under your name and then try to put a business underneath that, right? They want to make sure they're working with a legitimate business, especially ATM business, and for that you do want to have your LLC in place because they will require that. So that's actually step number 1. Once you formed your company and you have everything that you need, all your documentation, your EIN, which is an employer identification number, you're pretty much ready to set up your business bank account. Now, when it comes to your business bank account, guys, there's only a certain amount of banks that you can go with. You can't just go with any other bank. You can't go with Bank of America, you can't go with Chase, and you can't go with Wells Fargo. These 3 big banks, guys, I 100% recommend you guys not to go near, because even if they take you in, eventually they'll shut you down due to the fact that they just do not work with the ATM business. I actually was working with Bank of America before I started working with my current bank, and they allowed me to bank with them for 9 months, but trust me, guys, once the higher ups find out that you're in the ATM business, they're gonna shut you down. They're gonna reach out to you, they're gonna tell you, hey, unfortunately we can't work with you, and they'll literally freeze your account if you do not find yourself another bank. So don't go through that struggle, guys, and the reason why I tell you this is because 1, I've already experienced this myself, and 2, I actually have students that say, hey, I've been banking with Bank of America for 10 years now. I'm sure they'll let me open up an account. I'm sure they can trust me. I actually had a student gave me that exact explanation, went ahead and opened up an account with Bank of America, guys, and literally a couple months later he was like, dang, Juan, I should have listened to you. They just shut my account down. And now he had to go through the struggle of trying to find another bank to work with, and unfortunately places ATMs out of service. So you guys do not want to go through that, and for that you guys want to make sure that you target ATM business friendly banks. Now, there are credit unions that you can go with or smaller local banks in your area that I would highly recommend you guys to work with. Now, of course, before you go work with a bank, you want to make sure that you call every single bank that you're planning to work with and let them know, hey, do you guys work with the ATM business? If so, what are the requirements? And then they'll tell you whether they do work with you, and if they require anything, what do they require? That way you can walk in with everything at hand. That would be step number 1 when it comes to working with a bank. Now, after you set up a business bank account, you're ready to pretty much start looking for a processing company. Now, when it comes to ATM business processing, there's a couple things that you actually need to look into before you decide to work with one. Now, the reason why I say do your due diligence and find different quotes is because there's companies out there that will tie you up under contracts. There's companies that will charge you processing fees. Believe it or not, there's companies that will allow you to only process a couple of your machines before they start charging you monthly rates or hidden fees, and that is what you want to avoid. At all times, you want to make sure that you go with a company that is going to provide you free processing, unlimited processing, and no contract, meaning they're not going to tie you under a contract, and if you ever decide to part ways, you can 100% do that without any repercussions, without any penalty. So that is what you want to look into when it comes to ATM business processing. If you guys have any questions when it comes to ATM business processing or anything about the ATM business, make sure you click down below. I have a free free ATM business group that you guys can join and get a ton of information on, as well as join my weekly live trainings that you guys can go ahead and join every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you guys get to interact with me, ask me any questions during the live, and I'll be there to help you out live. So last but not least, which is step number 4, location. Now, location is very important when it comes to the ATM business, and the reason being is because without a location, you literally cannot have a decent profit or an ATM on location generating you passive income in general, right? You need a location. Now, when it comes to locations, you want to make sure that you're always targeting cash only locations, cash driven locations, or even high traffic locations. Those are the 3 factors that you always want to look into when it comes to locations. Now, high traffic, I'm talking about bazaars, malls, you know, shopping centers, strip centers, whatever you can find with high traffic. That's always a key factor that you want to look into. Then second, you want to look into cash only or cash driven locations where either they're requiring tips or they prefer cash transactions. Whatever type of locations you can find that are cash only, cash driven, highly recommend you guys to look into those, because those are typically where your ATMs are going to perform the best. Now, there are a couple locations that I would recommend to you as an ATM business beginner, and those are barbershops, nail salons. You're looking at not tattoo shops. A lot of beginners like to target tattoo shops, and although tattoo shops are great locations, here's one reason why I actually wouldn't recommend you a tattoo shop as a beginner, because tattoo shops actually require a lot of capital. Believe it or not, tattoo shops are charging a minimum of 400, 500, 600 bucks per tattoo, right? Of course, there's a couple tattoos that will be a little less than that, but majority, you're looking at an average of 300 to 600 bucks for a tattoo. And for that, you want to make sure that you have enough capital to fulfill that location, right? You want to make sure that you don't go into a tattoo shop with $1,000 to $3,000 and expect to fill up that ATM with that a week. You know, it's going to take a little bit more than that. So as a beginner, if you have $1,000 to $3,000 to fill up your ATM with, I always recommend lower transaction volume type of locations like barbershops, nail salons, convenience stores, where an average fee, an average transaction is usually 20 to 60, 80 bucks per transaction. So hope you guys enjoyed that little tip, but that is pretty much the 4 steps in order for you to start your ATM business. Now, I've currently been in the ATM business for 3 years now. I currently have over 20 ATMs all over Texas generating me passive income. And like I said in the beginning of this video, guys, if you guys are interested in joining my free Facebook group where I show you guys exactly how to start the ATM business, I go on live trainings, I post a lot of student success stories and motivational posts in that group. Not only will you be able to use that group to learn for free, but you also get to network with a bunch of entrepreneurs and ultimately help each other out. Go ahead and click the link in my bio. My Facebook group is called Passive Income with ATM, and right there in that group, guys, I am going to be there for you 100%, as well as all of my team, to support you in every way that we can. Now, also, guys, if you're watching this video and you're gonna head over to my Facebook group and join, or at least request to join, make sure you send us a message me, message any team member in our group, and we'll go ahead and send you a free ATM business strategy guide where it's pretty much going to display the full game plan when it comes to starting your ATM business, guys. With that being said, guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned from this video alone. And again, if you guys are interested in the ATM business, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and follow my social medias, and I will be more than happy to continue to generate more content for you guys. With that being said, guys, it was your boy Juan, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.